So this is the Fool. This is the ViceVersa tarot deck, which is currently my favourite deck. It's based on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but there are some differences, and if you've seen a previous video of mine, it's a double-sided deck. So in the Major Arcana, there are 22 cards starting from 0, going all the way to the World at 21. The Fool takes his journey through the Major Arcana, meeting each and every card along the route and the characters within them. So with this being a starting card, you can see that the Fool is standing on the edge of the cliff. All he's got with him is his bag and a flower. It's a sign of innocence, potentially naivety depending on the situation the reading's for, but not like a negative naivety, like a positive naivety, if that makes sense to you. So someone who's innocent and not tainted by anything, he's ready to embark on whatever the adventure is going to be that he encounters. On a lot of decks, he has a dog with him as a companion, particularly Rider-Waite based decks, and on the ViceVersa deck, the dog's actually on the reverse. So he is still present if any of you thought, oh, where's the dog? Because he's usually sitting about here. You can see that his petals are falling off the flower. So some people may read that as he's counting down to make his journey, or he's losing bits of his innocence along the way on his journey. And some people will just feel, oh, he's got a pretty flower, he's innocent, you know, he's ready, he's, you know, kind of like a cute view to it, but that would depend on the reader that you've got with you. You can see that he's coming from a barren wasteland behind him, indicating that anywhere he goes is going to be better than where he's been. You can see he's got some fallen items around him. The cups could relate to the cup suit. So it's kind of, it has got images in there that each reader will interpret their own way. You can see the sun rising in the background. However, that also may be a sunset, again depending on the reader and the situation that they pull this card in for you. Now on that side of this ViceVersa deck, you can see that where he's going in comparison to the barren wasteland behind him is all luscious and green, indicating that wherever he's choosing to go is going to be good for him and a better place. You can see obviously you've got a comet coming down in the sky. Again, that would indicate something almost life-changing or significant. However, it may not necessarily be a big life event like that. It could be something small. However, a lot of readers will tend to say that if a Major Arcana card comes up in your reading, that it will be a significant change that you're encountering and that you're going to be going through. If this was to come up in a love reading, some people might say that the person is innocent in a love sense or a relationship sense. They're not really sure, but it could also be very positive in that sense as well, because they're untarnished, they're untainted, and they're coming at you, or you're approaching a relationship with true naivety on love, which can be quite a beautiful thing, as opposed to someone who's already tainted, you know, once bitten, twice shy, etc. For a career reading, it could be that he's ready to take the next step. You know, he's going to change his job. He's ready to go. So you'd have to, when you do a reading for somebody, if you pull this card, it would obviously depend on what the reading is about, how you can associate it with the reader, not the reader, sorry, or the reader, the querent, or the situation that they're asking about. Again, if you do decide to use a more complicated deck like the ViceVersa tarot deck, try not to become too bogged down by the differences of the images. You will learn more about them as you go, and the more you see them, and each time you look at them, you'll see something new, which then you can focus your attention on and then include more aspects to the card in your reading. In the next video, I'll be saying how the Magician, which is card number 1, has influences over the Fool in his journey, and there'll be little videos going all the way from number 1 to 21, the World, which is the end of the Fool's journey. If you have any questions, or I've not been quite clear on anything, give me a shout, let me know, and I'll happily guide you further. So you can message me privately. Obviously, you don't have to make any public queries, because that can be quite embarrassing, and I know people don't really like that. But yeah, so if you have any questions, just message me and I'll do my best to help you.